I started this messy to minimalism series last year. Rather, he throws a tantrum if he doesn't get help, if he tries to do things quickly. And we are by no means minimalists. However, the objective is to get to a place where we can very honestly and very realistically use the things that we have without having a lot of excess. Especially as a mom, I do find that I'm the one who kind of ends up picking up everything that everyone else just leaves. Like these to make the pictures for 2 years old. In the 1-year-old box, I'm glad I picked a bigger one there. I keep finding that I'm moving the same things around because this doesn't have a home, doesn't need a space, and after a while you start to realize that it's perhaps because it's not being played with or because it just doesn't hold that much interest anymore. This is obviously things that are being decluttered, but there are a few things that just kind of keep on appearing everywhere. Ziploc bags. These are just large freezer bags.
Rainbow trout and a hummingbird.
Hello friends, and welcome back to another messy to minimalism series where I try to practice family minimalism. Today is going to be all about toy decluttering, so let me put you down and tell you what's up. Trying to not sit on my coffee. So like I said, today is about kind of family minimalism and we're going to be decluttering the toy wardrobe, and I really want to make some progress on the other side of this living room, which is kind of where I'm keeping the playroom. Okay, so this is like a living room and playroom space. If you're new here, my name is Jamie. I am so happy to have you. I'm a 30-year-old mom of 2 wonderful boys, Maximus and Hunter. My eldest is 10 this summer. He's 9 now still, obviously, and then my youngest is 2.5. So this space is predominant for him, but everybody pretty much likes to hang out here, which is fantastic. But it's 2 o'clock now. 5 times today already I've just done little pickups and continuously do little pickups because otherwise we're going to be stepping on Lego all day every day. I'm not someone who cleans and tidies a lot, but I kind of need to constantly keep things at a decent level, and I feel a lot of overwhelm lately. I think this started already in November, to be honest, but I thought I'd get Christmas over with, and Christmas is over, guys. They've all played out the toys for the past month, 6 weeks now, and it's time to just start decluttering again and doing my 2023 declutters. I started this messy to minimalism series last year, and we are by no means minimalists. However, the objective is to get to a place where we can very honestly and very realistically use the things that we have without having a lot of excess. Especially as a mom, I do find that I'm the one who kind of ends up picking up everything that everyone else just leaves lying around, and when that's happened a little bit too many times in a day, and I keep finding that I'm moving the same things around, and in the beginning it's like, is it because this doesn't have a home, does it need a space, and after a while you start to realize that it's perhaps because it's not being played with or because it just doesn't hold that much interest anymore. So I'm going to flash back to this morning when Hunter was still awake and I was trying my best to sort out our toy wardrobe upstairs. I'll show you that in my scripts. I thought I'd get ready, but I got half ready. I'm going to be crawling around on the floor this afternoon as well to continue this decluttering journey. The first thing that I want to notice, if you are decluttering with me, I did pick up some boxes from Home Bargains. I'll talk you through it as I go. Hopefully to sleep for the next half an hour, and I can kind of do a power through at the back here, and then I can show you upstairs probably once he's awake so I don't wake him in the meantime. But let's continue. We need to be bringing the caffeine with us for sure. And here I'll give you a quick little overview of this space. Playroom area of the house, and we've just rotated this little slide in. It is kind of like splitting a bit by the screws on this side, so we are being careful, but we did get it second hand for Hunter's like second birthday, and he's just really wanted it up again. It's fine for now, it's holding them, it's even holding a 9-year-old, but I don't know for how long. But that's what we're using in rotation. So then we have our book section, we have our desk section here, which is where we can do schoolwork for my eldest. This is where obviously Hunter does a lot of drawings, and then obviously we have the little play kitchen, and this play kitchen tend to be overrun with things at all times, so I'm thinking there are quite a few things there which we might be able to let go because we just picked up a few more things. And including this mirror, like I'm not too sure if I should have this here, but we have it here. So that's that. Turning around, we have the play kitchen, then we have this fantastic toy train set. He hasn't got the train set on now, actually. I took it all down in the box that's underneath. So we got this from Amazon. It's massive and it's great. It was probably one of the best purchases. It was just over 100 quid, but I will put it in the description. He just loves this. You did get everything with it, like all the little people, all the little animals, airport, a plane, crane, and obviously a full track that goes on the whole thing, a wooden track, sort of like the IKEA ones, and they do fit with the IKEA one. At the top I have like kind of homeschool and crafting supplies and obviously a drill. Top row is kind of like just my row really, and then the bottom row is supposed to be more Montessori style shelving where I want to be doing things for toy rotation. It's just a little bit of a mess right now, but it's not too bad. I do kind of want to go through that though. So the last bit would be this section, which is where he usually uses one of his little chairs. But here we have obviously an IKEA table, the Fleesat table. He's got some Duplo on one side, the other one, the box is actually up there. Okay, I think that's a bit better. I actually have the wrong settings on my camera for like my studio lights when I film my other things. But I think we're going to start off just over here with the bookshelf and move that way around and declutter. There's not a lot down here, but there's kind of like a lot to pick up at the end of the day. So I think I can take out a few. Mostly things will just be going out of rotation, and then we can bring it back upstairs, show you what we did upstairs this morning and what it looks like now before he wakes up. So actually the first thing that I'm thinking, I'm gonna do one pile for things that I'm taking out of rotation and one pile for things I'm pretty much decluttering. And this is obviously just things I'm taking out of rotation. I did a book declutter recently in the kids' room. We're keeping these books. There's not going to be that much down here. I want to keep this in rotation. It's currently being used a fair bit, so I like the pens and stamps. I don't need to move those. However, these crayons here are from Hunter's Love Every box a while ago, and he's just now, this is probably like a year ago, maybe 7 months ago, I don't know. He's just left the lids off now. He's obviously drawn with them here. They've all dried up, and I'm going to contact them because they are so good. Ask loads about things and stamps and chalks and whatever else, but you twist them up first of all like this, and they kind of might work. No, it's all dried up, and it's like paint sticks. I really like these, so I'm gonna see if you can buy them. Love Every anyway has this thing that if toys break, they will replace them, and I think they have pretty much like a lifetime warranty. He has had like a pump for his like toy sink and things replaced. However, I feel a bit stupid asking about these, but we just like him so much. I'm just gonna email him and see basically. There is send them out, or if I can buy them, or you know. So I'm gonna get rid of all of these, and then these are his cleaning supplies that we usually put here, and he loves just to spray this. I've just put water in. He sprays it on the windows. He says a little squeegee. He like sprays the table, gets his cloth and like wipes it. It's to help. Rather he throws a tantrum if he doesn't get to help, if you try to do things quickly. Out of rotation, and this is obviously things that are being decluttered. It's just going to mainly be odds and ends, I think, but there are a few things that just kind of keep on appearing everywhere. So this is the book for the crayons, so in case they can send me new ones and just send me the crayons, you can always draw on the back of these, which is what we usually do. This is so good to keep things in and carry around, like it's just portable and great. So I'm going to keep this one. Otherwise, for example, they say they can't send it out anymore, I'm gonna get rid of it. These stacking cups Hunter likes to use in the bath now, but you don't need all of them. The main thing you're gonna kind of see the pattern are things that have been gifted, or like little plastic things, because he loves it the moment he gets them, and then he don't love it for much longer after that, to be honest. Or like things that he begged for in the shop that just like keep it. For these though, I want to get rid of a lot of the wooden kind of like cutlery that we have, because we've just got some new things that we end up with loads of like duplicates, but we don't have other knife and forks, so we can keep those, and the plates. I'm just gonna put it here. He also has the lavabo sink. Since they sent out a new pump, I still need to put the batteries in that one. I bought these from the Works, just the bags. This came with this bag. This is threading kit with beads. And these are just kind of puzzles or like games, like this fishing game, dinosaurs that you stack, but he also play with them. And I found that it's so much easier to keep them in this basket, so that's kind of where they live. He does have some puzzles. What I will do when I've organized the upstairs, whenever I rotate specific puzzles in, if they fit into like these canvas bags, because I have a few more, I might actually keep those in here. So this basket is kind of now becoming a games or activity basket. Don't really want to keep more than like 3 different things in here, but that's been working really well. And this is the bag for all the fishing games. Well, this is something that he always picks up. He never continues playing with it, but he brings it out like every day and then just leaves it like almost immediately. I might just have to buy him another one, because another thing that I want to kind of go through is things that are broken, and he loves this as the track. He's like always asks for it, and he just kind of broke the attachment between them, I think. So it don't actually work, so we can get rid of it. I think it's like £4 or something for a new one. Same with these. We need 2 police cars, 2 fire engines, 2 buzzers. And it's choosing which one we're actually keeping. What do you think? Okay, so let me know which ones you think we should keep of these 2. I'm gonna put them both in, but I will get rid of the one that you don't like. Might not look like that much, but these kind of odds and ends that I keep picking up all the time, they don't really use. I won't be taking out this set because he just got this for Christmas, and the rest from my charity shop, it all came in like one box. There's not a lot of pieces, and he actually builds these every day. I really like this set. First I was like, what is this? Because there's just loads of like random weird things, but actually he really likes this, and he's currently using it every day, so we can keep it in here. I think what I'm going to do now before he wakes up is put this away in a bag to be donated. Obviously I'm going to use a black bin bag so he can't see that there's like these things in there, because that would not be good. Carry the rest upstairs that I can organize for some new type of rotation. This one, I'm only getting rid of this because I'm planning on replacing it. Like this was in like a box with some other toys we got from a charity shop, but he obviously loves it because it's a dustpan. However, he hasn't got a brush for it, so he keeps trying to use our really big broom, but it just doesn't work. So I do want to get him an actual normal dustpan and brush. Even though this will be like a donation bag, I'm not going to donate his drawings. They'll be going in the bin. But I'm short on time. I can hear him waking up, so I'm just going to put these away for now. For here, I'm just going to get a couple of Ziploc bags. These are just large freezer bags. I'm going to just take off a couple and organize them. Little trains and cars. I'm going to put in one bag. We got a lot in here. And like the little sort of wooden houses in a different bag. I'm going to do nature and like stop signs, so like props kind of. So with this set, you got all of these things, but like some of them, like these, stop signs, the street lights, etc., plastic, but pretty much everything else, like the trees, the people, the animals, the houses are like wooden, like the cones are plastic, but it all came with this set for just over £100, which if you were to buy them separately, this is an airport for the airplane, and you like twist this. I don't even know if you can see this, but it comes up like a lift. I love that. Okay. And then when you do all of this, I find that if you take the time, just a few more seconds, to put like the odd ones back where they are, like I can very, very easily just have like thrown this in this box because it's all going upstairs anyway, but put it with the rest. That's kind of how I find that things just go a little bit smoother in the long run and we don't lose things. Most of the time we don't tend to lose and have a lot of like little bits and ends left unless things break.
Open the camera hand that I was going at her.
Okay friends, so the kids are downstairs here. Yes they are. So I've just snuck away for a minute. It's like 4 o'clock now. But what I did up here, I'll show you the wardrobes. I'll probably do like an insert.
Access denied.
Or input-y thing. Cut away.
Access granted.
And then this is what I just brought up from downstairs. They need like organising, putting away. I do want to get something else for inside the toy wardrobe, but like box frame that I have there don't really work with the current toys. So I do want to get something else for in there. Better shelving system maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna figure out what to do in terms of the actual organisation because I do want to like utilise this moving forward. On this side are the toys that were kind of left over from after I put everything else away. I think it's time to flash back to this morning, which is when I did this upstairs, and then I will reconvene here and I'll show you what I brought out of this toy wardrobe and general area. Okay, so I'm kind of wanting to separate the toys and having like some specific for Lovevery, but I'm also thinking I want to do like age groups, so like up to 6 months, up to a year, after a year, etc., up until toys I want to be storing away. Now, for example, like he would still find these things interesting, but I'm going to go on Amazon. Oops, I just put this together, and I'm going to see just what age it's for, and this is like the Wonder World one, and then I'll make that into this box into that age. It actually did say on all of those that they are from 24 months or 2 years and up. Pretty sure Hunter's had it a little while longer, maybe since 18 months, but actually he enjoys this. But I might make this into like a most recent toys box. We have these ones which like pop up. They say they are from about 12 months old. So this will go for 1 year. They will go with the round puzzles of different sizes, but it's one shape. And that's where these type of ones will go to. The puzzles where it's one type of shape. They tend to be for about 1 year old. I have these ones which then go for about 2 years old, where there's a couple of all the different shapes really that make a picture. Hunters also have these, which are a set of loads of wooden puzzles, and this was I think birthday gift. He turned 2. He loves these, and they have all these type of different little pieces in there that build rocket, that have cars, all of these ones, the bee. We're just going to organize these. These are from 2 years old. They are more recent, but they all go in here. And then all of the pieces that have larger shapes, like this, is the Lovevery ones. And they will build either this one with the sun, the tree, and the house, or this little boat scene. And that's Lovevery, but that's from 2. All of these different ones, because they get quite complicated from, I think, two or three pieces up to like 7 or 8 pieces. These would go in the 2-year-old box, which is size of 2 years. Here, flowers. We have obviously a lot more things to this, which would go for 1, which I got around the same time as the balls shoot. Hammer the balls through, but when I got them at the same time, Hunter couldn't actually hammer it. It was only 1, but he could push them through like he pushed them through the ball chute. So this would obviously go for 1 year old, and I'm going to find all the balls and everything. I've got all the pieces for everything, but that's why I'm organising now. It's all scattered, but that's kind of my theory and what I'm doing. And in terms of puzzles, this is going to go for under 1, I think, where it's just learning kind of motor skills and hand-eye coordination. He's got a few different versions of these as well. Can't remember where it's from, but it's on a little wobble thing, so it makes it harder. He's got a normal, like, little stacking one here. Got stacking cups. So obviously his musical instruments, apart from IKEA set. Like I got this last trip to IKEA a few weeks ago. This musical instrument is very similar to something they have below 1 year old, like when they're 6 months in the Love Every boxes, where it's just the cylinder and it rolls, and they are then encouraged to kind of run after it or crawl after it. So I know that's for younger, but because it's a musical instrument as well, you can stay with like the musical instruments. These are part of the one-piece puzzles, like the triangle, have a big and a small circle like this. This is from a xoxo box, same cylinders, but these have different depths. You got this at 1 year old as well, so they will all go together. The Love Everyone ball shoot has been their all-time favorite. The Melissa and Doug version, it just kind of goes to show, but I've get a lot of things like this one from Facebook Marketplace. Unless it's Love everything else is pretty much just from the charity shop. But yeah, this is like the shapes here, which is kind of the same as the houses, I presume. But these are one shape. I would say this would be for 1 year old, kind of like these, where it's just one shape. Same with like this, one triangle is one piece. You don't actually fit two pieces into something, if that makes sense. Like these to make the pictures for 2 years old. He's been able to build all of these ones for ages anyway. I'm going to put all of these type of puzzles. Where did I put this tiny circle? It was here somewhere. I'll find it somewhere. But they will all go for 1 year old. In the 1 year old box, I'm glad I picked a bigger one there. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. All this like first kind of 1 year old thing, trying things out, and then back. We have a nice like clean canvas almost. The only thing that I've got out is this, which is like the little music box. We don't use this too much. We really should use it more. Like right now they have been playing the harmonica downstairs for a little bit, and that's Max's harmonica, but they all kind of use it and love it. I don't use this as much. It's more for like when he was smaller. Kind of need to graduate the musical toys. So I might even put these away, to be honest. He hasn't used them for a while. If I were properly decluttering, I'd probably get rid of them or donate them. But I am hoping to have, you know, another child in the next few years, and I don't want to have to rebuy everything. That's the only reason I'm holding on to it. Otherwise, it would go. And then the other things, like you see the pattern here, are these two. So these two are one of the two only like noisy toys, plastic noisy toys that he's got. They're both an impulse purchase where he were having an absolute tantrum in the charity shop. But they were quite expensive. They were like £5-6 each. And he just had to absolutely have both of these. This one's kind of like run out of battery, or it works a bit dodgy anyway. And this one works. However, the novelty wore away very fast. Like he played with them like non-stop and we're laughing and everything within the first hour, and then he's barely touched them since. And it's been like a good month at least. These can be donated for sure. Redonated. I don't really want to, I don't know if anyone else would like them. Then we have like these. These are massage balls, of course. I did end up using as like sensory balls, and to be honest, I got these when I was working out a lot and haven't really used them. So they can go too. Not actually toys. We have a million of these. Or a ball pit that Andy got for his birthday. There's so many of them and they keep appearing everywhere. So I think I'm just gonna let this one go. More of these like wooden utensils. I think we have a spoon downstairs, but I think we'll be okay without it. Then I have some wooden play food. This is like the only wooden plate food that he has right now that goes with stuff that he has downstairs, so I'm gonna bring this downstairs. This is part of like a board game that Hunter decided to take out of his puzzles, so this is gonna go back in with his puzzles. Keeping these, I'm gonna keep these in here, and these go with obviously his blocks for his wooden walker. Lastly, this is little bucket and spade. I was thinking like, oh no, we're gonna have to rebuy it, but we're not, because he has metal ones for gardening and he could literally bring those wherever we were going. So I'm gonna let these go. Some of the trains that are going like the train Ziploc bag. And I really wanted to show you like what I was gonna rotate back in now, but I don't know if you want to see that. But if you are, I might do like a toy rotation in this vlog. So I'll show you what I've done with the different sections as well. This is going, that can go. Any other odds bits and pieces? I don't think so. This is some extra little pieces. Oh yeah, no, that wasn't too expensive. That was £3.99. It's like 30 quid full price. First off, apart from my clothing rails, this is like my only clothing storage. Down here are things that I've decluttered previously and I still haven't listed out. This is from like a year ago. In the rest of this section are things that I'm wanting to keep that are about 2 years. So he's only 2 years and 6 months, so like 2 weeks ago. To 2 years with toys that he wouldn't use as much. This is kind of up to 1 year with some open-ended toys, train set. Put these here for now to have them out of the way. I am going to put the animals in the main section to bring into the open-ended rotation. Up here though, I've got like these things for ball kits that I don't really want to be bringing out right now, but I'm not going to get rid of them. Same with like the scuttlebug. He could belong up here. Oh, if he fits. And yeah, perfect. Okay. And taking the time to put like the odd ones in the correct place. He's got this, which is like a remote car driven that takes batteries. However, they break it all the time. And they got another one for Christmas. And Max has had one since he was little. And I haven't used it for like 6 years. And Hunter just got one for Christmas. And yeah, the car goes around. But apart from that, there's not really open-ended play, and they don't really love to build tracks with this like they would a wooden train track. So I'm probably going to donate this as well, alongside with the car that keeps running out of batteries. Yeah, only the back wheels work. Here I have just a bag for like the mega blocks, which is open-ended play, music toy, scuttlebug, walker and ball pit balls, things that are kind of like for just younger ones that I don't really want to let go of yet. And then in here on this side I have 2 bins that are kind of organized for open-ended play. In this one with wooden blocks, trains, etc. So I'm going to keep that there until I can organize the main space. And then in here for current age puzzles, really around 2 years and up, these are open-ended play animals. And that's all that's there, so that can be used now. I'm just keeping it in this part of the wardrobe because you don't really open this side because he thinks it's my wardrobe. This is where I will store away things as time goes, essentially. So I'm going to close this, and in this part of the wardrobe, this is his actual toy wardrobe. So it's looking a lot better. But first of all, up here, this is going to be open-ended play. So I could essentially grab a box from here and it'll be open-ended. And he only needs to have one of these out at a time. So he's got all his cars, his whole train town set there. And then this is filled with mega blocks. See this a bit better? That one's filled with mega blocks. And then coming down here, I haven't done anything here. This is like books, Johahnson's and Max's and Hunter's books. I do want to organise this, some art material on top. On this side we have an like abacus type style, letters and puzzles. So this is just like brain things. In here I would add the main puzzles too. Again, this is puzzles. This one I can actually get rid of because we lost a lot of these pieces. This is like games and puzzles. I'm going to put this here, and that's what I'd like to have the space to like organize it a bit. Come down here, and the only thing I really have left to put in is the toolbox. The books can obviously go where the books are. And then it's pretend play. So you have pretend play kitchen, toy foods, and then you have pretend play doctors. This is 2 different types of doctor sets in here. This was plastic from the charity shop for like £4. Yeah, £4. And it came with like all of their blue plastic pieces. And then for Christmas, he got another one from his nana, and he saw like the wooden ones. I do kind of need to declutter some of these books, but I feel like we need to kind of go back in and read a couple of them again and see where we are. But some of them are definitely like baby books. Hunter don't actually obviously use a lot of words yet, so we might be okay. Hunter had like a naughty face. Not for very long, like a month or 2. It's kind of like the first thing that he properly watched. We got him this noddy at the charity shop, and now I'm like, I don't actually really care for him either. So this is more like sentimental, but it's only 2.5, and there'll be so many other sentimental things in his life, right? These are they're all like empty now. So we don't need all of these boxes either. So this is kind of what I would be decluttering as well. But it's just finding first what works for us currently. A feel for the toys that we're using now. I'm gonna hold off on getting rid of too many of these, but at least I won't be buying more. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you find this relatively motivating and inspiring. I would love to have like an organizing portion, and I was gonna have a portion of showing the new rotation down in the playroom. This video is probably gonna be way too long anyway, so if that's something that you want to see, do give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. And have an amazing, blessed and wonderful week, and I will see you soon.